Welcome back, fam. Today, we're back at it. So today I'm gonna be taking a look at the Liga Privada Velvet Rat. There it is. All right, yeah. So we're gonna be taking a look at the Velvet Rat today. This particular cigar, full flavor, pretty smooth. For me, it's always been rich and creamy. Just a smooth smoke, thick, billowy smoke. One of my favorites. Better than this, I like the Fero Flying Pig and the Year the Rat. This is also a really good one. So for this Vitola, this is 6 1/4 by 46. So it's like a Lonsdale size or like a Corona Grande, if you will. The wrapper is Connecticut broadleaf. Binder is Brazilian Matafina, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And the filler is Honduran and Nicaraguan. The original release date for this was October of 2012, and it's been in regular production since then. However, it is still, I would say, limited as far as when you can. So when you find it, you just got to get it if you like it, because they do sell out really fast. So like I said, I know right off the back, I've had this many times. Like I said, every time, it's very complex. It's a very rich smoke. Like I said, smooth and creamy. Tends to have like a subtle sweetness that kind of flies under the radar that I really like. Rich chocolate. And as you can see, the wrapper itself is it's a very pretty, I'll say, oily chocolate wrapper, Connecticut broadleaf. So it'll have that inherent sweetness in it. So we're gonna go ahead and cut it up, light it up, and get into it. Now with this one, it does have like almost like that pigtail. Sometimes I just snap it off, but I am gonna cut it. I'm gonna just use a guillotine, cut it, and get it going. All right, so you take from the light, very flavorful, very smooth. We're just gonna kind of, take it down through this first third and let you know what I get. But as you can see, like I said, you can see the smoke coming off this bad boy. So these put out a lot of smoke. That's why I love them. So yeah, I'll just keep you guys going. Keep it going, let you guys know what I said. So right now, I say a dark coffee or even espresso, but like a dark coffee, hints of like walnut in the back of the palate on the retro. There's almost like a floral accent on the retro as well, but the palate is definitely, dark espresso, hints of black pepper, but it's just hints. Maybe more of a earthy pepper, if that's a thing, than black pepper, but it's just hints of it. That walnut again, the back of the palate. So yeah, like I said, Liga comes from Drew Estate. This comes out of their factory in Nicaragua. Love it. These have a laser burn for the most part. I've been sitting on this particular one probably hadn't been that long, about 3 months, but it's very mellow. Like I said, very smooth. I did look at the wrapper. It has some veins in it, so it's kind of veiny, which kind of lends to the look of just being more of a full body cigar and what you can expect from it. But yeah, like I said, right now, really enjoying it. So that slight creaminess is starting to creep into the profile. And when I say creamy, that's more like the texture of the smoke. The flavoring is there too, but the texture of the smoke is very creamy. And it's more like let's say like a rich chocolate creaminess, not necessarily what we typically associate creaminess with is like, your vanillas, your hazelnuts and whatnot. This is more of like a rich chocolate creaminess that it kind of has going right now. So yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna smoke it into this first third, finish that, let you know what I'm getting from it, and we'll just take it segment by segment. As you can see, just rounding out that first third. So it's got a nice white ash, I say it's pretty tight as far as the ash itself. You can tell it's well constructed. It's a tight ash. It's holding. I like to hold it about 1.5 inches before I let it just fall off. But yeah, it's the creaminess is really kicking in heavy, almost like a cane sugar and I'll say nutmeg flavor that I'm getting on the palate and on the retro. Trying to take it slow, just because this is a smaller Vitola. I don't want to just suck it down. I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy each layer that it has to offer. Like I said, it has that thick, billowy smoke. Good thing is it's holding to where it's not overheating. So I'm doing a good job in that fashion. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. Right now, it's about a medium finish. The strength right now to me is probably about a solid medium, I guess you could say. But it has a medium finish, so it lingers probably about 5 seconds or so before it starts to dissipate. And yeah, we're just gonna keep trucking. There's some almost like I'll say beech wood in the back of the palate there. On the retro, there's some hints of, I'll say, cocoa, but on the palate it was definitely like walnut and beech wood. Now that is lingering, so that tends right now it's having a long finish on that. But the smoke as a whole, it's like I said, it's about a medium finish, mid, I'll say. Still walnut in the back of the palate. There's some black pepper on the retro, and right now, like I said, still a medium finish. Ash is still holding. So this is a good one. This is one of those ones. Get you a good 5-pack. Try it out if you hadn't had it, if you can find it. Like I said, they can be hard to find, but it's a nice one to have after you have a nice dinner, solid dinner. You can have like especially now when it's cold outside. It's the holidays. Get you a nice stout and go to town. I did pour me up a little bit of scotch here. It's monkey shoulder, so very affordable. That's something that's in everyone's budget. You're not gonna break the bank on that. But this is it's a blended malt scotch, and it seems to balance it out really well. Yeah, might as well just get a sip right now. We're talking about it to you guys, and a happy holidays to you and your family. So what I like to do is I like to let the spirit coat my palate. Let's say a good 5 seconds. Roll it across your palate, let it coat the inside of your mouth, and it'll open up some of those, like we talked about, some of those nuanced flavors that might be hidden in different layers underneath your smoke there, underneath your cigar. And yeah. So again, that thick, billowy smoke that I love. Right now, say on the back of the palate, that cocoa is taking over. That dark chocolate is really kicking in. That cacao chocolate, but it's like the 90%. It's definitely not the 70. It's like the 90% cacao chocolate that's kicking in on the back of the palate. Let's see what we get on the retro here. That floral accent is back. So a little bit of floral accent and the creaminess. Now this one is more like and you guys are gonna laugh, but it's more like a rich, woody creaminess. Pause that I'm getting on the retro there. But yeah, so I'm gonna just continue to smoke it down, get into the second third, get into the last third, and give you guys my verdict. By the way, like I said, I know Christmas is happening this week. Merry Christmas and happy holidays and happy Hanukkah and all of that to you guys, your family. Enjoy that time, enjoy the break, get to recharge, unwind, recharge, and then get back at it next year. Man, it's already about to be 2026. This year flew by. All right, y'all, so we're about halfway through. Had to come back because now the strength is definitely full on, and I'm loving every minute of it. So definitely full strength at this point. Creaminess is still at the forefront on the palate and on the retro, but it's like almost like a toffee nut creaminess, a toffee creaminess that I'm really enjoying. Smoke is still thick and billowy. Yeah, right now it's hitting on all cylinders. Ash is still, holding, so still got that laser burn going there, so even ash. Construction seems to be really good, so it's definitely a great one. Like I said, if you hadn't tried it, please go out and get it. So a bit of coffee joining at the back of the palate, mixing in with that toffee creaminess. So it's like a good, strong morning coffee. You know, those mornings where you're having a hard time getting up, it'll get you out of bed. So that's pretty much what I'm getting right now. So I just wanted to kind of let y'all know what was going on with that. And it's mixing really well with the scotch. And I'm just in full-on relax mode. So as you can see, I'm talking a lot slower, eyes getting a little lower. It'll do it to you. So we're just, you know, taking it as it comes. And it's definitely putting a hat on my head. It's very flagrant, you know what I mean? It'll hit you in the face, so you gotta be ready for it. This is definitely a smoke that if you are a beginner, I don't recommend this right out the gate because your palate hasn't developed enough for you to appreciate what it is that you're taking in. This will be more for the guys and gals, gents and ladies and gents that are accustomed to smoking, you know, where your palate has developed enough to where you can appreciate nuanced flavors and also be able to handle the strength, because it definitely it hits you in the face, but it's subtle in the way it does it. It's not, you know, windmilling on you. It's very subtle, and it's just right. It's just what you need for the occasion. After a long day, you know, or if it's a holiday, whatever the case may be, sometimes you got to make the cigar the occasion. So don't always wait for a special occasion. I actually heard that from someone else, and I liked it. So, you know, we're gonna use that as our inspiration to put that back out there. Sometimes your cigar is the occasion, you know, whether it's spending time with friends and family, promotion at work, got a raise, having a baby, marriage, whatever it is. But sometimes you just got to make the cigar the occasion, and we're gonna be okay with that too. That was good. That was good. It's almost like some dried fruit came in there. It's like dried raisins or craisins kind of joined the profile there. So yeah, I mean, it's nuanced, it's developing nicely, and I'm just having a good time with this. So we're gonna continue to smoke it down. And so just a quick little tidbit for some of you all that may not be aware. As I mentioned, this cigar is from Nicaragua. You'll always be able to tell that it contains jalapa, or it has some tobacco from the jalapa leaf. You see the ash there, it comes to a little point in the middle. In the middle of the ash there's a little point there. That's how you can always tell that your cigar has a jalapa leaf in it. It always comes to that little point. So just a quick little tidbit for you all to kind of tuck in your pocket there to hold on to, just let you know that. Camera, that you guys be on your way. So by now you guys probably have a good idea of what my rating system is. So we start with presentation. This particular box, it's a wooden box. I actually should have grabbed it. I have it here. It's a wooden box, has the Liga, you know, branding and what have you on it. And the cigars are just, you know, stacked in a stack of 10. Honestly, you know, for some of the more elaborate, I'll say decorations, if you will, that some of the manufacturers do, Drew Estate could do a lot more. So on presentation, I got to give it like a 2. The thing that honestly makes it stand out is just that oily, pretty Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. You know, that's always great, but holistically, I gotta give it a 2. Next, we're gonna go to flavor. So I'll give it a solid 4 for flavor. So, you know, we're at 6 right now. Flavor is great, it's amazing. I love it. Next category is strength. For strength, I gotta go 5. I am on cloud 9. So yeah, we're gonna give it a 5 for strength. Next category is complexity and nuance. So very nuanced smoke, very complex. However, I wish there were just a little bit more nuances or other flavors that I could draw out. So for complexity and nuance, I'll give it a solid 3.5. We were at 2, 4, so that's 6, 11. Complexity and nuance, I gave it a solid, like I said, 4. So we had 15. Next category is balance. It is very well balanced. I got to give it a 5 on that. So we're at 19. Finish, it's a medium finish, and now it's more so kind of shorting out on me. So it's a short finish at this point, very airy. So finish, I'll give it a 2. So we had 21. And then burn quality and construction. I gotta go 5. So that's 26 out of 35. The rating does not necessarily, I'll say, coincide with how much I like the stick, how much I love the stick, but that's where we at. So you guys tell me, do you think it's a fire or a retire? It's a fire for me. Like I said, I come back to the stick time and time again, but you try it and let me know what you think of it. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. As always, you know, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I'm gonna start getting in a groove to where these videos are being uploaded at least once a week, so you'll know when something's dropping. Again, let me know what you want me to review, and just let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like I said, if you looked at any of my previous videos, you know I respond to every single comment. Subscribing and liking cost you nothing, you know what I mean? Help your brother out, you know, and we can keep this train rolling and turn it into something big. Got some stuff in the works, can't really speak on yet, but all of it is just gonna blend together, and it's gonna be for our community. So we want to draw in and pull in and be like a draw into others. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think, and see you guys on the next side, man. See y'all later. Appreciate it, fam.